Hello and welcome to Millis Community Media's coverage of Millis Mohawk Varsity Volleyball. I'm Pauline alongside Shelly Pitts, excited to bring you the season finale for your Mohawks. Tonight they'll take on a Hopedale team that comes in 13-6. They're getting ready for their playoff run for our young Mohawks. It's been a season of learning, a season of gaining experience. And I'm happy to say, in the games that we've been able to bring to you, each and every week, they've gotten a little better. The game has slowed down, experience is growing, defensively they're playing better, rotationally, I see a little bit more trust. They'll be tested. This Hopedale team has talent. It's a good team. They're gonna have to work for it. We're just about ready to start as Caitlin Palmer has the ball. She's behind the service line. We are ready to go. Kayla with a good serve. They set it. Big swing down the line. Gianna Concepcion Vega. Palmer to the middle. Free ball. Hopedale will set it up. Big swing. And that's long. Going to be out of bounds. Point to the Mohawks. We're going to see big number 13, the outside hitter for Hopedale. Watch her warm up. She can bring it. They're going to let that one go. Palmer's serve sails a couple feet long. Good line drive serve. Caitlin, among the better servers on this Mohawk team. It's a lot of pace on the ball. Serve on the way, it's a good one. They pass it up front, little miscommunication. And that one's gonna fall. A couple back-to-back points for Hopedale. We are underway here. And we're gonna have the service ace on a nice serve. Splits the defense. It's number 9, Madison Buttonow for Hopedale. Another good serve. Lindsay, big swing down the line. They dig it out. Punched over into the corner. Concepcion Vega gets to that. And the overpass into the net twice, touched twice. So I started to say there that Lexi Barrett with the nice dig on the serve receive. Mohawks can't take advantage. But now back to serve. Another good serve. That's going to be trouble. So serve jumping on the libero for the Mohawks. Can't keep it in play. And it's Hopedale's rattled off 5 straight here. Another good serve, sails high, dances around. That may not come down. Goes way up into the rafters, and we're going to get a redo. So haven't seen that happen in a while here, Shelly. Rafters on occasion will come in. It starts with a hard, fast-paced serve. Now serving hard. That one's going to carry them up again. So Mohawks having trouble with Buttonow's serve right now. They're collecting it, but they're not keeping it in play. The serve receives are gonna have to get a little better. Buttonow switches sides and it's an ace into the corner. Beautiful serve into Coffin corner. Literally a foot to either side of the back line and the sideline. Buttonow moving around the service line, another serve. And Barrett, they're gonna say caught the line. Barrett opts to let it go. Looked long from here, but no arguments. So we're gonna get our first time out of the game with the score, Hopedale 8, Mohawks 1. So we are just about ready to resume play. As always, want to thank you for joining us via your social media platforms like Facebook and YouTube. As always, we ask you to give us a like, a share, or a follow. Leave us a comment, really helps us out. We appreciate you tuning in. As we get ready to resume play, Buttonow switches sides once again, sends the serve. It's a laser collected by Concepcion Vega. They should get a free ball over, so Mohawks handle that serve. Maybe her best one. Big swing coming up off the tape. Concepcion Vega keeps it alive. Barrett with the free ball attempt. Mohawk defense resets. A little bit of a broken play here. Big swing. Lexi digs that one out. They'll set. A little bit off target. Can they dump it over? They do, and they get the kill. Nice rally from your Mohawk defense. And this is where the growth shows. Mohawks staying in the play, doing what they need to do. And Elizabeth McCarthy to serve. McCarthy serve on the way. They pass it up front. Set near us. Big swing. No, she punches it down the line. McCarthy gets to it. Palmer with a nice dig. And that's going to fall. And the Mohawks collect 2 in a row. McCarthy serve on the way down the sideline. That's an ace. That is an ace. A beautiful serve down the sideline into the corner. McCarthy with some momentum. Cut the lead in half at 8-4. A little bit of noise from the Hopedale crowd. Serve on the way. They pass that one up front. They'll set to the corner. It's over. And I don't think the Hopedale player got to it. The set was off target, and they just let it fall to the Mohawks side. I think the Mohawks were setting up for the big swing. I mentioned that is number 13, Phoebe Carroll, and she is about, my estimate, about 6'2", but can get well above the net and can bring pace to those kill attempts. McCarthy pushes it deep. They play it. Set, swing into the tape. And it's the Mohawks with 4 in a row, so a little bit of momentum here for your Mohawks. And it'll be Elizabeth Donahue to serve. Should check that, Elizabeth Curry, my apologies. Tipped over, well played, Mohawk scramble. Gianna gets that over and it falls for the kill. So a little miscommunication by Hopedale. Curry back to serve once again. Big swing coming up, dug out nicely. Thinking sometimes they don't get to it, she punches it over, literally punches it over. They set, swing attempt to the middle of the D, and this is as good as the Mohawks have played defensively all season long. Let's see, did that go behind the antenna? It did, out of bounds. So the swing attempt travels to the outside of the antenna, and that is out of bounds, no matter where it lands. Serve on the way. Can they get to it? No. So service ace for Phoebe Carroll. Carroll serve, overpass. They go to the kill. It's going to be long. So Mohawks will get the side out. As Avery Frappier heads to the service line. Mohawks trail in this one 11-7 here in set number 1. Passed up front, they tip it over the D! The Mohawks and just can Barrett get to it? No. McCarthy in the neighborhood as well. Nice little tip over. Mohawks initially reacted well to it and then unable to collect it as it trying to chase it down to the sideline. So Mia Casey back to serve for Hopedale. Mia with the serve down the sideline. Gianna receives it. They pass it up front. Tip it over. Excellent play. Caitlin Palmer with the kill. Tosses it over on the set play. Catches Hopedale up close. Thinking block. Chucks it between the defense. Good serve by Concepcion Vega. The set is deep. Carroll punches it. That's going to go up, catch the ceiling. Once again, pace playing a role here early. These quick pace shots by Hopedale. Mohawks getting to them. Having a little bit of trouble controlling them. Getting better. Absolutely one of the big improvements from this Mohawk team this year has been dealing with the speed of the varsity game. Serve on the way. Barrett gets to it. Free ball coming up. They get it over. Set to the corner. Our side. Big swing off the hands. I guess they know. Maybe touched by the net. Out of bounds. Mohawks get the kill. Thought it might have got a Mohawk on the way by. Like I say, it was off the net and out of bounds. Barrett with a good serve, ace. Seen lots of improvement in Lexi Barrett serving the libero. Always a lot of pressure on these libero players. Lexi stepping up, playing well. Beautiful serve there. Barrett with another good serve. They do pass this one up front. Set to the corner, tip over the D, and it's in. So a nice read, finding the open spot on the floor. I think that was Mia Casey on the kill. So Olivia Barroso back to serve for Hopedale. Barroso serve on the way. They do get to it. Free ball. Mohawk D resets. Hopedale look to take advantage. They set. Big swing off the block and out of bounds. Phoebe Carroll with the big swing and kill. And that is the desired play for Hopedale, when they can get the ball set in the middle, take options, but they want to feed Phoebe Carroll on that right side. Great body control, big swing and kill. Serve on the way. Can they get to it? No. So Gianna tries to serve, receive it. Can't quite keep it in bounds. Mohawks can't chase it down. And like that, Hopedale expands their lead back to 6, 16-10. Mohawks battling here. And that's going to catch the tape for the service error, so Mohawks will get the side out. And it's Caitlin Palmer back to serve. Molly Tobin checks off. And that receives out of bounds, so it's going to be an ace. Nice crowd on hand here, Shelley, for a Friday Night Lights volleyball edition. You know, the football team, soccer teams, both in action tonight, so we're divided in our fan loyalty tonight. Football team off in Norton, soccer team here in Millis, which means I had to park behind the school tonight, Shelley. There was no place to park out front. They pass it up front, set for Phoebe. It's off target, beautiful cross-court shot. They set to the middle and it's into the net. So Curry just couldn't elevate on that, really needed to get above the net, couldn't do it, too close to it. Mohawks side out. And it's Madison Button now back to serve. Had a very good service attempt the first time. They get to this one, big swing down the middle. They pass it up front, set to the corner, big swing, dug out. And then the free ball here, not gonna get it. Gianna Concepcion Vega going for much more than was there. Just throw that free ball over. I think that's what the coach is saying to her. Take what they give you, reset the D. Coachable moment there for sure. Serve is into the net, so Button now only gets the one this time. Mohawks in this, 18-14. Set number one. McCarthy back to serve. A lot of energy. I like the energy from the Mohawks tonight. Serve on the way. They pass it up front. Set to the corner. They tip over and killed it. Set was off target. Nice play there by Phoebe Carroll. Just made the adjustment, tipped over the D. Has the advantage of a few extra inches over the Mohawk defenders. Made the difference here. So the libero for Hopedale, Jocelyn Moyer back to serve. Mohawks set up defensively. Just outside the attack zone, Concepcion Vega passes it up front. They free ball it over, reset the D. They're gonna go our side, big swing. Let's see if it was touched. They're gonna say no, no touch by the Mohawks. Once again, might have caught the net a little, seemed to deflect up. So Curry back to serve, the libero heads off. Serve on the way, they pass up front. They're gonna go to Carroll again, big swing, block! They stuff her! Oh my goodness! Whoa! Emma Donahue with the block on Carroll. And the Mohawks trail by 3. We're gonna get a service error into the net. But wow, what a play. impressive block as Carroll head back to the service line. Sends the jump serve on the way. They pass it up front. It's an overpass into the net. So it's Hopedale that gets to 21. Mohawks trail by 5. Coach Gatz, she'll call a timeout, see if she can break the momentum. We'll be back for the conclusion of set 1. So we have our whistle. Both teams taking advantage of the full minute here. Neither team making much movement towards the court until the full timeout was just about over. But we are ready to resume action. Do want to take a moment, as always, to thank the administration, Robert Mullaney, Superintendent Patrick Nash, our principal, Athletic Director Derek Finney, and Head Coach Gatz, Elizabeth Gatz, for allowing us to bring you the action tonight. We certainly have enjoyed covering volleyball all season long for you. Hope you have as well. We have our whistle and serve on the way. They pass it up front. Nice pass. Set to the corner, punched over, and it's going to be wide. Was it touched? Waiting for a call. And I got to say, it was touched by Hopedale. And I think, let's see what the referees have to say here. The ball was clearly wide. So I think the conference is going to be whether or not a Hopedale player touched it on the way by. Didn't look like it from our angle, but let's see. R2 is going to head over to the chair referee. So we'll let them discuss it. We'll take a momentary pause here. They're going to replay the last point, folks, as neither referee could get on the same page. Again, I think the question would be whether or not we're going to wait for the scoreboard to be adjusted here. They're going to take that point off. So 21-16. Carroll back to serve. Serve on the way, and it's an ace. So Carroll dials up one to the middle of the defense, catches the defense leaning backwards. Coach Gadd's going to bring McCarthy up a little bit. Serve on the way. This one's a little deeper. McCarthy passes it up front. Set to Avery. They dig that one out. They'll set to the corner. Big swing into the tape. And the Mohawks with the side out. And it'll be Avery Frappier with the ball as she heads to the service line. 22-17. It's here in set number 1. On the way, passed up front, down the middle, swing. McCarthy digs it out. They set to the middle. Lexi sends the free ball over. They pass it up front. Big swing coming up, and they dig that one out as well. Avery punches across court, free ball over. That's a nice ball. Punch it deep, McCarthy. Gonna set it to the corner. Gianna can't quite get to it. She mishits it, and it'll be point to the Hopedale team here. They lead 23-17. Mohawks need a side out right here if they want to stay in set number 1. Lexi Barrett with a terrific serve receive. Big swing over the D. They collect it, set to the middle, big swing. It looks in. It is. And the Mohawks do, in fact, fall to set point here. It's Hopedale 24, Mohawks 18. Terrific set 1. Both teams have battled. Can the Mohawks stave off a set point? Serve on the way. Lexi with a beautiful serve receive. Swing. And it's in. Swing and a kill for the Mohawks. And it's Gianna Concepcion Vega back to serve. High energy player. Gianna serve's going to be long, and that's going to end it. So Hopedale takes set number 1, 25-19. They'll switch sides. We'll be right back. And welcome back as we get ready for set number 2. I see Avery Frappier is checked in with Elizabeth McCarthy, Gina Concepcion Vega, Lexi Barrett, Caitlin Palmer, round out your Mohawks. Serve on the way, McCarthy. It's a bit of an pass, they tip over. Hopedale adjusts to it. They're gonna send a free ball deep. Concepcion Vega passes up front, Palmer sets, it's off target, and it's gonna go into the net. Palmer went with the back set, and the hitter was not in position. I think she was thinking I'm gonna come around the front side. So Hopedale with the early 1-0 lead here. Olivia Barroso to serve, that's gonna be an ace. And I think I forgot to mention Elizabeth Curry hiding behind the volleyball post on me here from high above the floor. Serve down the line, just wide. So Palmer back to serve. Kaylin sends one over, they pass it up front. Set to the corner, they throw a free ball over. Palmer passes it up. Lexi with the set to the corner. McCarthy hits the antenna, that'll be out of bounds. So a couple quick side outs for both sides. As always, we thank you for watching on your various social media platforms. If you're joining us from Facebook or YouTube, please give us a like, a follow, or share. That's an ace. Just inside the line, Mohawks opt to let it go. Lands in bounds. As always, give us a like, a share, or a follow. We appreciate it. Certainly helps us out. We are 4-1 in favor of Hopedale. Good serve down the line. Looks, like I say, it's wide. Out of bounds. Referee is a little slow at times to make some of these calls. Not complaining, they have a hard job, but throwing me off my timing here a little bit, Shelley. Free ball by Hopedale, dug out by McCarthy. Just couldn't get any height on it. A similar start to the first set. Mohawks got the first point. Hopedale on a little bit of a run here, collecting 4 of the last 5. It's Jocelyn Morrissey back to serve for Hopedale. Looks like they'll try to make a substitution here. Let's see, referee's gonna confer with the coach on who should actually be as part in that rotation. The libero will head off. That's number 11, Savannah Seen, into the middle. Gives this Hopedale team a lot of size up front. Seen with Carroll. We do finally have the whistle. Serve on the way. Concepcion passes it up front. Sets off target, and then the free ball's not going to get there. Little confusion along the back. Mohawks working on their communication. It's McCarthy, Barrett, and Concepcion Vega along the back and ready for the serve here. Serve on the way. Barrett lets it go, and I think that's in. It is. So, tough one to read. Very easy for us up here. Split-second decisions, but a true ace. Serve is going to be in. Yeah. Service ace down the line. That is just a miss-hit that spins its way to the line. A lot of things going right for Hopedale on that play. The Hopedale crowd making some noise here. The bench never quiet for Hopedale. Serve again on the way. McCarthy passes it up front. Palmer tips it over. They send it back. And let's see what the Mohawks can do here. They punch down the line. They dig that out. No one there. No one there to collect the pass. Mohawks will get the side out. Trailing this one 8-3 as Emma Donahue checks in. Good serve, they pass it, punch over, free ball. And the Mohawks splits the defense. The Mohawks can't quite get in position. And right now, Mohawks need to settle down, find the rhythm they had late in set number 1. About that halfway point, they were a different team. Right now, just trying to find that rhythm, trusting the player next to him. Serve's gonna catch the tape, so Carroll's service error will send the ball over to the Mohawks. She'll check off as number 4, Amelia Barroso checks in. Frappier's serve, passed up front, tipped over the D. Whoa, nice play by Concepcion. Vega, she punches it deep. Libero passes it up front, no one there. Nice defense by the Mohawks. Let's see if that can get them rolling. Avery Frappier. Back to serve once again, couple toe taps. Jump serve on the way, overpass. Couldn't take advantage of the overpass. They punch over, no. So Donahue unable to get it. Looks like Rachel Tobin will check. I'll check that. Molly Tobin will check in. Sorry about that, Molly. Hopedale doubles their pleasure at 10-5. Mia Casey with the serve. It's a good one. Barrett clicks it nicely, passes it up front. They set the swing back. Set to the corner, big swing. They dig that one out. I'm going to say, I think the ball was touched twice. Referee with the quick signal there. Casey serve on the way. McCarthy passes it up front. Swing down the middle. They dig that out. Set to the corner. Punched over. McCarthy passes it up front. She'll swing from there and can't get it over the net. And a couple inches below the tape. Hopedale with a little bit of momentum here. 12-5. Mohawks set the defense. Extra defender, serve down the line, McCarthy collects it, and they punch it back. So McCarthy's serve receive travels long. Hopedale, aided by the tape, sends that one back to the Mohawk side. Casey with the serve, Concepcion Vega, nice save, tumped over. Mohawks reset. Punched over the D. It's Tobin. McCarthy with the swing from behind the action line, the attack line. McCarthy passes that up front, well played. Concepcion punches it across court. Big swing from deep. McCarthy can't rail it in. It's a nice kill from Mia Casey. Coming up from the baseline to the attack line. Big swing. Hopedale leading by 9 here in set number 2. Paul Eaton, Shelly Pitts bringing you the action from the Andy Morak Gymnasium. McCarthy passes that up front, as they dump over. Hopedale adjusts, he'll set to the middle, big swing. Dug out by Barrett. Big swing by McCarthy, down the line, they get to it. Set to the middle, another swing from the attack line. Concepcion Vega once again down the cross court. They dump over. Can the Mohawks get to it? No. Nice play by Hopedale. So Casey on an 8-point run here. Mohawks love side out. Barrett passes it up front. Mohawks with the chance. Big swing. Libero gets to that one. They set to the middle. Big swing down the line and killed into Coffin corner. Beautiful swing from deep by Casey. She's coming up from that serve position. They're feeding her. Right now it's working very well. Another good serve. McCarthy passes it up front. They swing, throw it into the center of the D. It's a little bit broken. Let's see. Hopedale kind of punches it over. It's going to work out. Not much of a swing there, but well placed. Deflects out of bounds. Hopedale in control of this one, 17-5. From a loud Morak Gymnasium. Once again, serving McCarthy. She keeps passing it up front. Mohawks trying to find a solution here. Big swing coming up off the block. They dig it out. Tobin keeps it alive. They get a free ball over. Nice scramble by the D. They set to the middle, big swing, killed. Off of Tobin's dig attempt and out of bounds. Nice effort by Molly Tobin there. Swing at a lot of pace down the middle. Casey with another serve. McCarthy with the swing down the middle. The libero once again gets to that. They set. Casey coming up again. Barrett, Concepcion chases it down. Free ball. Love the defensive hustle from the Mohawks. Big swing down the middle. Did anybody touch it? No. So we're going to be out of bounds. Gianna Concepcion Vega back to serve as the Mohawks get the side out. Trailing this one 18-6. Serve on the way. Passes off target. They set from back. Throw it into the sideline. Barrett dives, can't quite get to it. And Hopedale gets the side out. Hopedale will make some changes as Isabella Valentum comes in to serve. Valentum with the jump serve, sends it over. Concepcion Vega can't keep it in bounds. So Hopedale gets to 20. Serve on the way, they let it go, and I think this one is out of bounds. Well read by the Mohawk defense. So they get the side out. The libero will head off. And Navia Kirkland will check in to do the serving honors. Navia's serve, passed up front, they set to the corner, big swing into the tape. So Madison Buttongow unable to convert on the kill attempt. Kirkland picks up the point. Kirkland, good serve. That's going to be an ace. You see the top spin serve from Kirkland. Unable to keep that one on target. The would-be passer from the back. Serve on the way off the tape. They collect it. Set to the side, they dump it down the middle. Palmer sets, big swing by Rand, and it's killed. Shannon Rand with the kill. Mohawks collect 3 in a row. Cut the lead to 20-10. Kirkland's gonna catch the tape this time. Hopedale gets the side out. So Olivia Barroso back to serve. Phoebe Carroll checks back into this one. Serve on the way, it's a good one. Concepcion Vega pass up front, Palmer with the set, Rand with the kit, and is just long. So Shannon's kill attempt travels a couple feet on the back line. Hopedale gonna make another change here as Carroll will head off. Hopedale coach using the back end of his bench here, I think, a little bit with the big lead. Rosso serves a good one. They have to chase it down. Nice effort by Palmer. She's not gonna get to it. Tried to punch that one back to the defense. Give the Mohawks a chance. Can't quite get it in bounds. Hopedale narrowing in here on set number 2, up 23-10. Serve is going to catch the tape, will be a side out. Barroso went for a big serve there. So Palmer with a chance to do some serving here. Caitlin, one of the better servers on this Mohawk team, sends a good one in, it's an ace. So thank you, Caitlin, on cue. Caitlin wastes no time, gets it, serves it. They pass up front. They'll set to the backside, throw it over. Palmer passes it up front. Rand goes with a swing, can't finish it. And it's the Hopedale with set point. Kirkland passes it up front. They set to the middle. Big swing off the block. Hopedale does chase it down. Long free ball. They get it over. Navia, big swing into the tape. Frappier went for the kill. Catches the tape. We'll switch sides as Hopedale takes set number 2, 25-12. We'll be back for set number 3. And we are just about ready to start set number 3. The liberos have checked in. Our referee on the floor has confirmed the lineups. He'll throw the ball over to Caitlin Palmer to get us started. As always, we want to thank you for watching. Paul Ayton, Shelly Pitts, as that serve is going to travel out of bounds. Rare service error from Palmer. And Button now will go back to serve for Hopedale. McCarthy with the serve receive. They set to the middle, punch it. Looks long, it is. So Hopedale with a couple quick points here. As always, I want to thank you for tuning in. YouTube, Facebook, Mills Community Media. Give us a like, a share, or a follow. Barrett takes that hard serve, passes it up front, set to the middle, and they can't quite convert on it. So Hopedale off to the 3-0 lead. But we appreciate you watching. McCarthy's service pass is a little long, can't quite get to it. Mohawks a little flat to begin here. But now serve down the line, it's an ace. So just want to go through as we play our final game of the season. Not sure if it'll be the final set. But I want to mention all the varsity players this year. Lexi Barrett, Caitlin Palmer, Avery Frappier, Elizabeth Curry, Navia Kirkland as Button now picks up another ace. Elizabeth McCarthy, Emma Donahue, Jocelyn Reyes, Molly Tobin, Gianna Concepcion Vega, and Shannon Rand are your varsity for 2025. Service ace, and Hopedale is off and flying here in set number 3. And of course, head coach Elizabeth Gatz, who's done a great job getting these girls playing at the varsity level. It has not been easy, but they are getting better and better. We're looking forward to a bright future from them. So Mohawks need a side out here, trail 8-0 here in set 3. McCarthy, nice pass up front on a tough serve. Frappier with the swing. Overpass, thrown over. Hopedale sets it. Big swing, no, into the net. So they try to bring Mia Casey up from the back row on that swing. She can't quite get to it, and the Mohawks will get the side out. Trailing this one 8-1 as Elizabeth McCarthy heads to the service line. Elizabeth with a good serve, overpass, Concepcion tips off the net. Gia went up for the swing, hits the net, throws the timing off, and never gets a chance. And it's a quick side out. Jocelyn Morrissey for Hopedale back to serve. Jocelyn's serve gonna catch the tape. Side out on the service error. Lexi Barrett heads off as Emma Donahue heads up to the front row. And Elizabeth Curry back to serve, dead center of the court. Throws it, oh, it just catches the tape. Gets thrown backwards, so close to tipping over. So Barrett right back in as Curry heads off. Elizabeth McCarthy and Gianna Concepcion Vega join Hopedale libero Lexi Barrett in the back row. Number 2, Isabella Valentim, back to serve. Isabella is going to have a service line error. Mohawks collect their second point in 3 tries. So Frappier will head off as Tobin grabs the ball and heads to the service line. Molly wastes no time, throws it. I think we get another service line error. Molly steps on the line. Rarity in varsity, but does happen. Couple back-to-back. So Mia Casey, who had that impressive service running, set 2, back to serve. Sends a good one over. It's off target. No one in that front left corner to field that overpass. We're going to get a change as Rand will head on. Gianna Concepcion Vega heads off. Mia Casey back for another serve, and that one down the line looks out of bounds. It is. So miss hit by Casey. Mohawks trail in this one 12-4. They'll head back to the service line. Shannon, serve, high arcing serve, and that is collected. I thought it might find no man's land. Rand reaches out on the kill attempt, can't bring it in. So tough to stretch those arms out to either side and keep that ball in play. What Shannon was trying to do there. So Amelia Barroso will check in, head back to the serve line. Hopedale leading 13-4. That's going to catch the tape. Service errors. So service errors, big part of set number 3 for Hopedale. And Nevaeh Kirkland will head in to serve. Nevaeh sends it on the way. They pass it up front, set to the middle, big swing, and that is going to be out of bounds. Nice hustle by Rand. She went back, they played it off the wall. Of course, can't do that, but I'm going to say it caught the basketball hoop, and I'm going to get a replay. We'll see if they reverse that call here. So they are going to say it was out of bounds. I think I hear the referee explaining that the ball hit the wall and then the basketball hoop. So the wall would be out of bounds. Are they going to allow the change here? They are. So Carroll will check back in, along with Mia Casey there in the middle. Serve on the way. Rand can't drill it in. Service ace. Mohawks need to figure out a way. Serve's got a lot of pace on it. Gonna recognize and get a good pass going here. Rand reaches up. Referees confirming sure Mohawk didn't touch it. Rand was reaching up, but I don't think she elevated to that level of the ball. Never a good idea to reach up, Shelley, in volleyball if you're in that back row. Good sign it's going to be long. Hopedale's going to punch one into the corner. Looks outside the line, it is. So Mohawks kind of scratching and clawing their way back into this one. They trail by 8, 15-7. Palmer back to serve. Good serve, passed up front. Set to the corner. Carroll with the big swing into the tape. So Mohawks collect the point here. Serve on the way, and that's headed our way. Going to be out of bounds. Service ace. So Caitlin continues her good serve play. Serve. And I put the jinx on her. Sorry about that, Caitlin. Service error into the net. Should be 16-9, I think. Waiting for the score to update here. Serve on the way. No miscommunication. Kirkland McCarthy with the free ball. Ball's long and wide. See if the scoreboard's going to get updated here. I think we're one behind, but they may or may not catch that. Serve on the way. Kirkland McCarthy. Free ball. But now pass it up front. Carroll with the big swing and kill. That's her spot. They like to feed her up there at the top of your screen. Phoebe can make that look pretty easy. 17-9. Serve, gonna catch the net. Another service error for Hopedale. (17-10) as Gianna Concepcion Vega checks back into the game. Rand heads off. McCarthy at the service line. Serve on the way. Carroll, big swing and a kill. And that is their system play right there. Until the Mohawks can prove they can stop that. And they're Hopedale handling the serve receive. They'll keep doing it, certainly. Jocelyn Morrissey back to serve. Serve on the way. Oh, it's an ace. They serve it short to the open part of the floor. And Hopedale at 19 closing in on the sweep. Want to take a moment and thank our colleagues in the Mills Community Media Office for their support throughout the season. As always, we couldn't get this done without them. Get it out to you folks. So Mohawks pick up the side out. That's going to be outside. Service error. As Hopedale hits 20, Carroll will head off. Isabella Valentim back to serve. Valentim serve is an ace. So we're going to get a timeout here with the score 21-11 in favor of Hopedale. They're going to look to close out tonight's action. We'll be right back. So Mohawks will head back to the floor. What will likely be the final timeout of the season. Valentim back to serve. Very close to that service line again, but she'll pick up another ace. Mohawks unable to get that service pass elevated. Yep. Hopedale doubling up here, 22-11. Serve on the way. McCarthy tries to pass it up front. Mohawks get caught out of position. Couple back-to-back aces, as it turns out. Valentim sends it deep. Barrett passes it up front. They chase it down. Can Frappier hit an impossible angle free ball? She does. They throw it right back on the overpass. Barrett's got to get to it. She dumps it over. Mohawks reset the D. They tip over, and it finds the center of the D. So it's Hopedale with game point here. Talentum with the serve. McCarthy passes it up. Send it to the corner. Big swing. They pass it up front. Set to the corner. Big swing off the block, out of bounds. Terrific block attempt, but it travels out of bounds, and that will conclude tonight's action. So Hopedale wins that final set 25-11 and completes the sweep 3-0. I want to once again thank the Mohawks for letting us bring you this season's action. Certainly look forward to covering them in the future as that team continues to improve, and I think a lot of success headed their way. For Shelley Pitts, I'm Paul Ayton. Thank you for watching. We will see you next time.